Arne, after a tough
Yeah, we go. Okay, yeah.
Hi Arne, after a tough few weeks, was that the perfect response tonight?
This is sparkling water instead of still water, I think. Maybe, yeah. Although I saw a lot of similarities with the last few weeks, with the last few games we've played. But I also saw some differences. The similarities were that we already created a few chances before we conceded. The first chance we conceded was immediately a goal. In the end, it turned out to be the only chance we conceded today. Why was that? Because we went 3-1 up, so then it's easier to control the game than when you're 1-0 down all the time. And I've said here a few times, telling you guys how important set pieces are, how important the balance in set pieces is, and how we were able to score two. So you go with 3-1 up at half-time because you score two set pieces. And that is a big difference than if you don't score them and you go at half-time 1-1 with still the same amount of chances, but people would judge us definitely different when you don't score them. And the biggest exception for me was, today compared to the other games we've played, was the playing style of our opponent. So we got also some energy out of the moments we could press them, which in the last 4 or 5 games we played, we were not able to press the opponent because the ball wasn't on the ground, it was through the air.
Sam?
It was in the air, not through the air, in the air.
Arne, you made some big decisions in your selection, so leaving out Salah is always going to be something that people take note of. And also the performance of Ekitike, he looked superb tonight.
Yeah, the first goal he scored was special. You can see his pace in a moment like that. These were also moments we were hoping for. Like I said before the game, we were able the last few weeks to create many chances. But unfortunately not always able to score them. And today with Alex and Hugo, I brought 2 players on the pitch who are usually able to score goals. Alex was a few times close, but had to go off at half time, and that's not something you ask, but that's the difficult balance we were having with him. So when he came, he hardly had trained, so you bring him step by step forward. And then you feel like, there must be a moment where he can play twice a week. And the first time we try, he did this in Sweden as well, but the first time we try, he has to go off. And let's hope that it's not that bad, but he has to go off because he felt his groin. So many people probably wanted me to play him more. And we had to find the balance, and unfortunately today, that balance didn't work out for us perfectly, but let's hope for the best. Both of them did what I was hoping for, making runs in behind, making sure you're a big threat, and both of them did well.
This is John Jackson from Tanzania. I have 2 questions. One is, how do you see Liverpool position on winning the EPL? And the second question is about one of your players, Mo Salah, is in a competition of winning the African Cup awards behind the name like Osimhen and Hakimi. Do you wish him to win the award? Behind of these names like Osimhen, Hakimi, regarding Hakimi had a good season, winning Champions League.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah.
So, how do you see it?
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Hakimi had a great season, but I don't think. But people who are in the room know this better than me. Is there ever been a player that scored so many golden assists in the Premier League? They wrote it.
No,
last season. So that's probably more than special. But it's up to other people to decide who should win. But if you want to have my vote, I would vote on Mo Salah. But Africa has a lot of good players where Hakimi and Mo are 2 of them, and Osimhen, like you just said as well. but I would give it to Mo if I had to vote.
How do you see the position of Liverpool winning the EPL this season? That was my second question.
Now we are mainly focused on the short term at the moment. By the way, we are always focused on the short term, on the next game, and we know we have the quality and the team that can compete. Although it's not really helpful that with Alisson being out, with Giovanni Leone being out, I expect Jeremy Frimpong definitely to be out now for a few weeks. Expect, not sure, but expect. And let's wait and see how it is with Alex. And although people like to talk about us thinking that we have 25 to 30 first team players, when we play 11v11 on the training session, we almost always need 1 or 2 players from the under 21. So that is something I'm aware of. We have a lot of games to be played, but we have a very good team, like our competitors. But we are focused now on winning the next Premier League game because we've lost the last 3.
No.
Is that still?
Good evening, Mr. Slot. Hello. After 10 minutes, you had a long conversation with Dominic Slobosky on the sideline. What was the topic and how did you see his performance today?
The topic was that my team and myself watch 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games of the opponent, and not once they've played like this. So we were expecting a 4-3-3, maybe with a winger and a 9 press. We were expecting a 4-4-2. We were even expecting a 5-3-2, but we weren't expecting a 5-2-3. And that's what they did. The good thing is it's quite familiar for us because Palace plays it, United plays it, Burnley played it. So I had to adjust a little bit how we wanted to press, and so that was what the conversation is about. So Dominic again had a good performance. Since I'm here, he's one of the players that maybe after Virgil and Mo have played the most minutes for me. And that tells you what I think about it.
Arne, could you just give a bit of detail on Jeremy's injury and what it is? And also, you mentioned Isak, you were a little bit aware that he was close. Was he in the red zone before the match?
No, he was in the red zone, we wouldn't have played him. But you try to prepare players for once a week football. But if you are Liverpool and you play every 3 days, or normally 3 times in 8 days, but we've been quite unfortunate this season that we have to play 3 times in 7 days. Then you try to prepare them for that program, which is not always so easy if you don't have pre-season. So that's what we tried to do, and we thought he was well prepared for that, but the margins in the top are small, and I'm hoping that this doesn't have to be that bad, because if he would be out now for a few weeks, that would throw him back or put him back. I don't know how to say it. So let's wait. Jeremy is a hamstring issue. So came back from a hamstring injury a few weeks ago. Played for a national team 1 game. Came back to us, and now unfortunately after 10-15 minutes, I don't know, he had to go off.
Last one, Mark, please. Sorry to go over Isak again. So he had a groin injury last month, but he aggravated the groin injury tonight. Is it a groin again?
Sorry, one more time.
So Alexander Isak,
Yeah.
he said he had a groin problem last month after coming back from international.
Last month?
So after,
Did I say that?
did he come back from internationals?
No.
So this is a new injury. So his groin tonight.
Yeah.
So
He did not come back with an injury. No, I said that he missed out pre-season and didn't train for a long time with the team, so he came at the 1st of September, so we had to bring him towards once a week, and now we try to bring him to twice a week, which he did for the national team. But he was perfectly fit when he came back from the national team, and he was perfectly fit before the United game, and we were expecting him to be ready to play again today, which he did, but he felt his groin indeed a little bit. Yes.
So obviously he's missed pre-season. Is it possible for a player to catch up? If he missed the whole pre-season, how long would it take? Could it take weeks, months to get him fully fit to where he needs to be?
I don't think there's a rule that every single player has the same, but it also depends on what did he do when he didn't train with the team. What is the impact if you go to a new club as a big signing, so you cannot compare maybe a player that hasn't trained or played in pre-season at a smaller club than if you go to Liverpool. So there are many factors that you have to take into account, and there's not one thing if it's possible or not. I think we did exactly what was needed. We were really careful of him. Swedish national team in the first time as well, and they played him twice last time, which he could do, so not criticizing at all the Swedish national team, because we actually told them that he's ready to play twice. So it's a thin balance if you missed out on pre-season, and some march through it, and some unfortunately get injured again.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.